Peace and blessings to the chosen. Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemau Shai. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Icon pushing his truth, sincerity, and charity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. I'm the brother Elad, and the title of this video will be something along the lines of why I prefer working on holidays. And I want to start off with, for clarification, Sirach 37:28. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither hath every soul pleasure in everything. So not everything for everybody, It might not be for you. But when these unholy days come up, the Thanksgiving is around the corner. The Black Friday is around the corner. In my mind, I think about the root of these holidays, these unholy days. I think about the genocide and the rape and the robbery that happened to the Northern Kingdom on this Thursday coming up. Whenever it come up, I don't keep up with the holidays. And then after that, the Black Friday, I think about the selling of the Southern Kingdom. So that's just something that I keep my mind away from by just going to work, bro. Go to work, because you got to do something to keep your mind off of that. I just can't sit there and just be burdened with that like that. So 2 Ezra 14:15, set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. So it's a time to think about that, and which we're doing now, to go into it now for edification's sake. But to have that kind of madness on your head every day or every holiday, and to really sit there and not have nothing else in your mind, that's not good for me personally. So I say I prefer working on these holidays because Baruch 3:8, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for reproach and a curse, to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. So yeah, we the Israelites, true children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we have been put in this place in subjection of payments under these devils. So being subject to payments, go ahead, go to work on the holiday, get the holiday pay, get an extra little cash in your bag with holes, man, because we have a bag with holes. Sustain yourself, man. I'm not saying you got to participate in the folly. I'm not saying that you got to be putting yourself in that spirit. But it works for me to go to work, to get my mind on something positive, to get my mind on something progressive. Because when I think about Thanksgiving and Black Friday, I think about horror and atrocity committed upon our people. When I think about Christmas, I think about all the weird Saturnalia stuff that they were doing in Rome, the sexual perversion, the child loving perversion that they did in Rome and in the Greek. When I think about the Valentines, I think about the man on man together, woman and woman together. That's a burden on the mind, man. So if you can go to work and usually in most places people work on these holidays, work is light. Work is slowed up. People want to go out and party. So it's not as much as a demand for things. People want to go out and party. So my experience with working on holidays is chill day to make some easy bread. And get time and a half for it, or double pay. We subject to payments. Like if I can get my mind on something away from all of this deaf culture and deaf lifestyle on a day where you surrounded by the folly anyway. You might as well go make some bread. Now I'm not saying go take part in the folly. Go be in that joyous spirit, in that mirthful spirit with the wickedness. But that personally works for me on dealing with it. When I think about Veterans Day, I really think about the origin of these things, man. They really waited for 11, 11, 11. 11, it says a.m. to call peace, to call a peace, an armistice, which is what they describe in this world as peace. An agreement made by opposing wars to stop fighting for a certain time, a truce. So if you was a soldier in the trench, right, and it's just 10:50, and you held at gunpoint, you was just cooked. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's madness. And here it is, your leaders, your generals, and the enemy's generals, both shaking hands, having a tea party, having a some kind of get together, and they say, okay, we'll stop it at 11 a.m., but they can keep shooting at each other till the end. Do you understand how crazy and a murderous purge spirit that comes off? To me personally, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it a different kind of way. To wait to that specific number, just so you can have that number. That's what I think about when I think about these 4th of July and how it mocks the veterans by making more explosive sounds, more sounds of war and gun and impact to people that actually served, and it's like a mockery. The 4th of July is so-called independence while niggas was still enslaved. Like, these are the things I think about. So if I can go to work that day and put my mind on some work, and then after work come home, do a video about how the holiday is wicked, and vent about how this wickedness is, because we supposed to vent. We supposed to cry out against this place, right? Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. Exactly. So we ought to be upset about this thing. But that personally, I don't want that on my mind the entire day. I don't. We have to be vexed in this place because it's a part of the punishment here. But if you can lighten your vexation, if you can ease your mind off of the wickedness, is nothing wrong with that. Let's talk about let's see, talking about defraud. Let me see. Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus 14:14. Defraud not thyself of the good day, and let not a part of a good desire overpass thee. So yeah, I prefer working on the holidays because they're more chill, is more pay, and it gets my mind away from the madness. Now some people, they might fast, Sometimes, most of the time, around this time of the year, when it comes to these holidays, I fast. While these other people feasting and eating it up, I fast, usually. Or I just go eat something else that's not, what they eating. But that's just me. That's my spirit. Every man needs to be persuaded in their own mind. If you don't got it like that and your family made the Thanksgiving food, you can eat it. You can eat. Don't be over righteous. You can eat it. But if your spirit say don't eat it, then don't. But don't hurt yourself or overburden yourself trying to be over righteous. But sometimes, me personally, I get away from the people. I get away from the friends, family, all of that. Whatever the world, I get away from that and try to stay away from them and try not to eat with it because I don't want to participate in nothing they got going on. Once again, it's not wicked because it say every man esteemeth a day alike. Let me see. Because you might be poor, you might be broke, and that's all you can eat for the day or the week. You know, your check might not, I mean, it's hard times. The Lord understands. Romans 14:5, it says, one man esteemeth one day above another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So, what the last verse right there, it says, and he that doubted is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith. For whatsoever is not of faith is sin. So you gotta have faith in what you're doing, man. Generally, I'm saying that to further clarify. If you eat what these people make on this Thanksgiving or on this Christmas, you know, and it's bothering your spirit, don't eat it. But if it's not bothering your spirit, go ahead and eat, bro. You ain't gotta try to starve yourself being over righteous. But me personally, usually, nah, I'm not messing with it. I don't want none of it. I'll go make my own food or go up the street somewhere else and find a halal place or something. Cause these the Arabs and the Muslims up the street, they don't celebrate this stuff. So they open. They open on that day. They making food on that day. I go to the other nations around that time or something. But it's just how I move to keep my mind off of the wickedness, so that it's not overly infuriating me and overly vexing me. But yeah, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm sure I made as many clarifications as I could. But yeah, hopefully it was edifying. With that, I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Once again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim pushing his truth with sincerity and charity. Shalom.